Hi, Shasta. You did Mighty Mouse again. You may give yourself a point. Right when I start stream. What is that? What is this? Shooby-doo-bop-bop. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we got no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. You got your Christmas decorations up yet, Shasta? Already? Swoopy time has just begun. It's Christmas season now, Shasta. Hell no! I do love Halloween. It's great. Great time of year. It doesn't stick that well, huh? All right. All right. Well, we're going to be doing something a little special today, everybody. Oh my god.
Fucker.
We're going to paint real thick today. I'm not a taint and I'm not a nerd, and you're the fucker.
Move this man!
You're the fucker. Wait, did I miss a YouTube chat? Why is YouTube chat not showing up? I believe 3 C's. But we could probably move it out to 4. Says I got a chat in YouTube chat. Oh, hi, Amizu. I want to eat your paint. Hi, Amizu. Omizu, was that your first message or second message? Because my information said I had a chat that I didn't see pop up. We got our Halloween. I am just decked out in a Halloween costume right now, everybody. That was your. I didn't see your first one. Hi, Omizu. I hope you're well. I'm in the craziest Halloween costume you could ever imagine right now. So we're gonna have to prep the paint quite a bit, okay? We're gonna have to prep the paint. Jeez. MeUndies? Maybe. Where's the skimpy lingerie? Silver Grains. Hi, Silver Grains. Who said I'd skip? This is the Halloween costume, everybody. I can't even move my hand until you. Crazy Halloween costume. Just the craziest. Oh my god! Gerg! You son of a bitch. Hi, Garg. Okay. Alright, I'm just being lambasted here on the day of our Lord. We are out of the pond, yep. I want to do more water pastels because I was fine with it. The more I reflected on it, I think I went the wrong direction with some of the colors. I think it would have added to it if I would have went this other direction. But it was very tough to see accurately out there because the sun was just right in my eyes. So, like, I didn't know how to adjust my eye, you know, for what I was, like, kind of seeing or being obstructed seeing and what I put down. Alright, so we got my Halloween costume. Alright, it's Jennifer Lopez. It's Jennifer Lopez. Alright, let's get our paint out. So what we're gonna do, everybody. Here, we'll have Jennifer Lopez over here. Oh. This camera, I can't believe how bad my palette camera is getting, everybody. Alright, we'll have Jennifer Lopez right here. Could do that. All right, so what we're gonna do, everybody, with the paint is we're gonna basically turn all these paints into student grade, and we're gonna mix in filler material with pretty much all of them. And we're gonna, or the goal here is to just slap it on there. Okay, just fuck loads. This is 16 by 20 inches, Shasta, which is roughly 50 by 40 centimeters. Hi, Pickles. Nope, that's not a measurement, Pickles. I mean, Maddie. No longer. Well, I'm going to be doing more huge shots. I would say, you know, it's just, I wanted to try and, well, I wanted to do, I might explore this, like, thick boy painting a bit more. Is that for a large format print? Yeah. You know, I did a lot of 18 by 24s before this. My standards when I first started off was 11 by 14 and 12 by 16s, where 14 by 18 and 16 by 20s felt large. But, you know, this is just a lot more limited. Should add fuckloads to their tubes, yeah. That pissed me off so much, Pickles. It is that, like, I can't believe that they're allowed to do that. Or they themselves as a company had enough, like, pride. I'm surprised how little pride they had and how blanketly it's like, you know, bad of a practice it is. Halloween streaking, that's right. That's right, Silver Grains. But as I was ranting before, I straight up find it despicable. Like, tell me how little pride you have in your product. Or how little you care about your patrons. Hi, Jan. I was just bitching about Michael Harding again.
Fucker.
You're the fucker. Shasta, was in general discussion. On their labels, they say 40 milliliters, but in parentheses on several other colors, I found 35 milliliters min, or like 37 milliliters min, on several of the colors. Meaning that they're not even guaranteeing the volume of paint that they state on their tube. He probably has. And I find that to be an abhorrent practice. I put up a picture of it too. And like that even happened on a like titanium white. Like, I don't care if you get separation, then you account for it and you overfill your tubes so you guarantee what you advertise. No, I put I put something behind it. I'll show it to you momentarily. Oh, my computer, my camera froze again, everybody. Isn't that awesome that it's freezing like every minute? And it's only like 2 years old? What do you mean rage bait, Jan? What Michael Harding's doing? No. They're just being cheap cocks. Who is this? Billy Raven CZ, thank you for the phone. Master Rage Bait. Oh my god. Alright. I'll show you the live setup. We still got plenty more to do here on the palette. So I put a black curtain behind it now, so that's our... Can't even see it. That's our setup. You alright? Just a singular light above. Try to block other light from hitting it as much as possible. I got that gold cup today from the Goodwills. I thought it was kind of cool looking. It looks like it kind of looks like an old, like what you'd have at like Catholic communion, like a church wine cup. You know how religious this stream is, everybody, so. Everyone knows how religious this stream is. Okay, haven't froze again. Okay, so now we are going to use Impasto medium, and we probably gotta chill on oil. Well, Maybe not on the first layer. The first layer we probably still do oil. But... And also with you, Jan. Is that my hand? Yeah, that is my hand in there. That's the hand I made. The hand of Bo. Compels you, Jan. Alright. So we are gonna use a little bit of oleo gel in all these to begin with. Because we need like a good amount of like body to it, but we still need it to flow off of our brush. Camera froze. Let me do something really quickly. I'm gonna unplug it and replug it in again. We'll see if that helps at all. Alright, now we're going to add some of the impasto medium. Alright, so this is the impasto medium I make. This is chalk, silica, a little bit of bentonite, and oil. Okay? I should just do this. Just bring on a whole bunch of it. Okay? This is essentially a lot of the materials that get added. Well, actually, usually it's not chalk and silica gets added to paints. They do get added, but usually it seems like companies add wax, add different types of wax to their paints to fill out volume more so than like physical material. No, this is Jennifer Lopez. My costume is Jennifer Lopez. Let's do more. So now we gotta mix all this up. Okay, so now we got a lot more volume of paint, everybody, that we could just lather on to it. You thought the joke was funnier than that? Well, I did think about saying David Bowie because of the different colored eyes, but I didn't want to dishonor our Lord and Savior like that. Okay, so now. And well, David Bowie, I believe, had two different color eyes. He had that, whatever that's called. Like this. I forget what it's called. I believe it starts with an H, though. Heterochromia? Heterochromia. That makes sense. Yep, everybody else knew that. Hi, Yambari. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that, Yambari. Interesting fact. Okay. Is there yellow over there? What a yellow one like this. So now, what are the trade-offs here with mixing all this filler in here? Is that this is going to be a little bit more transparent and weaker tinting all around. Okay? But that shouldn't matter, but it might make mixing a little bit more difficult.
Wow, wow, wow.
Oh, thank you, Dia. Hi, Dia. Tier 3, thank you so much. Well, Shasta, I'm painting in the forest. He had blown people. I didn't know that. I thought he had heterochromia. So I learned something. What'd I miss, Jan? What is that wolf husky breed that I think just huskies. I think it's just huskies, Jan. I think a lot of huskies just have that normally. I'm sorry, Shasta. I didn't know you're... I didn't know me painting from a haunted Christmas forest would make your dogs uneasy, so I apologize. So you normally see me do this with phthalo blue on all my paintings. Just or on all my oil painting sessions, because this is how I prep phthalo blue, but now, you know, I'm prepping all of them, so. Like that. So we can paint like a thick boy. A lot of herding breeds do, that makes sense. Oh, I'm sorry, Shasta. Prepper. When I see heterochromia in dogs, I call them crazy eyes because usually herding breeds that have them too. Hi, Laura. It is a Good Friday night painting. Speckled coat of an Australian Shepherd is called Marie. She was a red marine. Oh, that's adorable, Dio. Cattle dogs, though, do scare me because, like, well, when I lived out in the burbs, in the sense that, like, it seems like they need a place where they could just really spread out and run for them to be happy. Okay, so I got something disconnecting all the time. Love that. Oh, we froze again, huh? I would love just an extended period of time of no technical difficulties. The camera's not even old. But like the camera shows color decent enough, and you know, it was like a $220, $240 camera when I got it. I need more. I wonder if it's the cable. Clearly. Well, the big problem I had with cameras, D, and I still have it, is they don't show colors accurately. Oh, froze again. So if you're weary of spending like a lot of money on my paints, getting or making yourself impasto medium is a way that you can save yourself a lot of money. Just FYI. If you're fine with, like, you know, you could use it just on your expensive colors or, you know, stuff like that, where you mix your color and then add this to it afterwards, to the mixed version. I'm doing it pre-mixed, which can make things a little bit harder. But our second to none, I know. I would consider my marketing skills to be ethical, Dia. Which I know is rare. I know it's rare and ineffective. I know my marketing is not smart and ineffective and incompetent. Okay, so now we just made ourselves a whole boatload more paint than we normally put out. Okay. Now, we are gonna still mix it with oil on the first layer because, but this first layer is gonna be more drawing-esque than what I'd normally do. Where I have to like prep the big strokes a little bit more so that I can be really aggressive with the brush strokes. So let's get our oil out. There's nothing there. So the first layer is going to be it's still going to be loose, still going to be loosey-goosey, but we're not going to be like slathering it on the first layer. Right, I'm not a goddamn finger painter. That asshole. Okay. If you didn't know, everybody, Jan's favorite painter is a finger painter. Jan's favorite painter is this guy who paints with oil paints with his fingers. And it's so cool, everybody. And not a gimmick. Okay. You could argue, though, painting thickly is a gimmick. Or thick. Alright. Shall we begin? Camera's not froze. I have no measuring, so I gotta do this by eye. I gotta do this by eye. Can we start tomorrow? No. Is it the poop finger that he uses? No, he just slathers it on there with his hands. And then, like, he'll do his first layer, and then he'll come back the next day and scrape off a bunch of it and, like, add more. But he uses, like, a whole tube of student grade, like the large tubes of paint at a time. Thank you for the follow, Latino Art Studio. No, he does not, Dia. No, he does not. Oh, he's on YouTube, everybody. You could probably find him. I find it really gimmicky. Just like the fucker who makes the heavy-bodied acrylics, who puts all those commercials on Instagram, and then he's like, like using like a frosting pipe, or you know, like the frosting bags to pipe out paint, and he's just doing like generic leaves and shit. Or like, you know, so it's just like, I don't know why it frustrates me. But it does, everybody. I know some of you like generic leaves and shit, but what if, you know, if your entire art career was just like making like pounds of paint and then just piping out leaves that you can't get proper detail on because, you know, of the time and expense? It feels a little bit soulless to me. Know what I'm saying? So, I gotta try and think about this better. So if this is gonna be the top of my bottle, breakfast, Dia, it's midnight. The audacity of some painters. Hey, I don't mean it to come off like that. But you're right, Dia. You are plenty bright. Alright, so make the bottom of the middle bottle like right here. Maybe a little bit lower than that. Alright, let's go right here, actually. Bring that down like another inch. The weather outside is frightful, and the fire is so delightful. Since we got no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Snooty McPooty. Camera froze again, huh? That's great. Just hear those sleigh bells ring, ding, ding, ding. You know it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you.
Wow, wow, wow.
Well, 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 Salt. You're approaching a year. Abandon all hope, ye who enter here. Goddamn right. Goddamn right. I'm wearing the craziest costume right now, Salt. You would not believe it. No, camera didn't. Camera's not froze. I just left my hand like that. Oh, Maddie did a screenshot of my costume. Good. All right, so no rioting. Right? No rioting. A little rioting as a treat. Salt, get the riot gear. There's rioters. So that looks about 2/3. So if we go third, like right there maybe. No, maybe not 2/3. Okay, so let's lower it a little bit. It's just that I'm out in a dark forest, Salt. Oh, did you? Those sound like a great time. Oh my god! Riots! I mean, riots! Garg! Maddie! Stop Garg! Stop Garg! Yeah, I'm not a fan of finger painting. Get the riot gear! Why do you think I sent it to you? It doesn't seem worth it. I'm hearing that, but I don't know what's causing that. Camera froze again. That's great. Quick, pop all the bubbles! So guard can't regenerate. Hey, Snark. That sounds condescending. Good job, Salt. Good job taking out every one of those bubbles. And not letting a single one live. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. You know it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. No idea what you're talking about, Maddie. What are you all talking about? I'm singing Halloween songs. I was about using my new brushes, then told to use the finger, and I went along with it. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing you really can do in that situation. You monster mash. What's so special about tonight, Maddie? And the time warp. What's so special about tonight? Oh, that water is delicious. Oh, what's it smell? It smells like asparagus. Yeah, it's those monkeys from Congo, Snark. It's those grandpa monkeys from Congo, as I used to call them when I was a child. No, the old gray monkeys from Congo. When the witches are out in the open, you know, like the one who... Oh, yeah. Yeah, those witches might be trying to get in, because I've killed a lot of witches this year. I've killed a lot of witches this year. They all just happened to be walking on the sidewalk while I was driving. But that's not my fault. It's not my fault. Well, all you have to do is hit her family or friends with your car. That's all you gotta do. Hi, Drew Holt. Ellen is frozen again. I love this. I love that I can't just have things work for me. No, because they all cursed me with their dying breath, Maddie, and the curses did. A vast majority of the curses did work. No, I don't think it is salt because it doesn't. And like, it's made that sound, and the camera still works. But maybe that is the cause of it freezing. Maybe that's because of the delay I have. The delay that's happening. Alright, I can't say for sure that that's, you know... It's not... I can't say for sure that it's not related. So, what spooky movies did you guys watch today? I watched this incredibly spooky movie about Hillary Clinton. Can you imagine? If I thought that. Severance. I need to watch that. I've heard lots of good things about that. That sounds like a difficult situation. Oh, you watch an inconvenient... Oh, that is legitimately just terrifying. Good point. Ooh, that sounds rough. Did it fix it? Okay, that's good. Well, Vertigo is an awesome film. So I don't know where you're getting Vertigo sucks, but... might need to go. Probably just being thorough, Pickles. Okay, just having them. Did we freeze? I don't know if we were frozen before that. Yeah. Yeah, I just, you know, it's just frustrating. Can't really buy another camera right now, so I gotta try and figure out what's going on with this one. That's why, okay. So it's probably like right there. Maybe it is that. I'm gonna try replay. Maybe the connection to my computer is loose. Let me go check that, okay? Ow. Fuck. Ow. Just banged my head. Don't know. I plugged that one into a splitter, but it hasn't given me these issues. So, Maddie, who are you rooting for in the big football games this weekend? College and pros. I know you're just going to be glued to the TV this weekend. Oh, fuck. No, it's not just a game. It's livelihoods, Maddie. It's people's happiness. My team beat your team last week. You know that? You probably had some angry coworkers. The thing? I'm gonna put on the thing after the stream. Probably gonna watch the thing a couple times and probably put on Exorcist 3. Stoic, no, I'm painting in a forest. I'm painting in a forest right now. What were you? In my Discord? Probably not. I mean, I could put it on my Discord. That could be an option. How does that work with, like, sharing my screen with everybody? Very haunted forest. This is a forest where 30 competitive eaters all died during a competition. We did freeze again. Okay. Why is this happening so frequently? Well, I know that. I thought there was something else you had to do for people to hear sound and stuff. Okay. No, it wasn't Portillo's hot dogs. They all died because they were doing a mayonnaise eating contest, like animals. And the mayonnaise sat out in the sun too long before they started. They all died. All 30 of them. Very, very shameful. Yeah, they were trying to restart the Glutton Bowl, if anyone remember the Glutton Bowl that was on Fox. People were like, oh, that was awesome. We should do that again. And we'll do the most popular event of mass eating mayonnaise. Maddie, there was an actual show in the early 2000s called the Glutton Bowl. That show. This is when hot dog eating became a big thing when the Japanese guy Kobayashi was big, and so they did the Glutton Bowl, which was like a multi-week thing where they did competitive eating on Fox, and one of them was eating giant bowls of mayonnaise. You might think I'm joking, but I'm not. The Glutton Bowl, everybody, look it up. No, this was pre-Joey Chestnut, Silver. This was Kobayashi time. I'm not lying about this whatsoever. It was like just past post Y2K. They have not requested a mail video from me, just usually oils. Yep, see, Dia remembers. In the dead of night, this is Halloween, this is Halloween, 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 Halloween. In this town, we come home. Everyone hails to the pumpkin. La 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 la. This has to be too dark, but we're gonna stick to this for now. Made it a little bit too wide. That's okay. Really, Maddie? It's worth your time. It's worth your time. The Nightmare Before Christmas? That's the Tim Burton like kind of claymation one from like what 97, 98 Dia with like Jack Skellington. It's a big one with millennials. Big one with millennials. It's worth your time. Worth your time. It's a film with a very good vision and execution. I mean, I know like 10. So, welcome back. So this one is very satirical, Dia. It's like... It's very satirical in nature. They kidnap Santa Claus in it. I'm the Oogie Boogie Man. Whoa. Well, it's like they do, like, they kind of do the fish out of water trope a little bit, right? But, like, the character design is really clever. You know, it still works for children. The buttonhole. Why are you talking about buttholes, Omizu? Ben Omizu's talking about buttholes again, everybody. Oh yeah. Don't get me wrong. There's some serious negative... It's done some serious negatives to society. But it's still a good film. It's not necessarily the film's fault. It's a function of how actually good it is. Put that finger in the buttonhole. Danny Elfman did the music for it. Oh, everybody, I had a really cool find at the... What the fuck is that? It's a painting, Sashi! I had a really cool find... Oh, they're not frozen. I had a really cool find at the, Goodwill. Really cool find at the Goodwill today. And I was able... I talked to an employee who was really cool about something. Dia, you'll probably like it. You'll probably like it, Dia. It's worth watching. It's not like, despite what I just said about, like, you know, how how people are with some of this shit where it becomes their personality. It's a fun film. Well, Danny Elfman is one of the sex perverts in the Me Too, but he paid them under the table before his kind of came out big. So, yeah. He does have that, everybody. His sex pestness has flown under the radar a bit. Oh, so the cool thing I got, there was an old Sony radio. Not Sony. It was Sony. An old Sony radio, like from like I'd say early 90s or late 80s there. And it was listed, they had it listed for $25 fucking dollars. But I talked to a guy, I'm like, can I like haggle with this? Or I'm like, is the sticker final? And he's like, yeah, sticker's final. He's like, well, show it to me. And he literally took it in the back and put it on a sticker for $8 for me. So I got it for $8. Yeah, well, so there's a longer idea that Blink Dog and me have been talking about for a painting, where it's like you contrast old digital, like old analog with like modern digital stuff. And so like an idea would be like having like an old Apple computer with like a brand new Apple laptop and like maybe a physical Apple, right? And do that as a still life. But you could do that with like an old radio and like a cell phone, or like, you know, something like that, where you just kind of contrast old and new, but like kind of like aspects of how already different of the modernity of electronics has changed. And it's kind of interesting. So I've been keeping my eye out. One thing I've been trying to find for a reasonable price is, do you guys remember those Apple like desktop computers and laptops that were like, they had different colors? They had like pink, orange, green, yellow, and they were like, you know, they had those like colored plastics on them. Like my school had them for our computer. Oh, do you have one of the old ones, Dia? Yeah, so I want to get one of those and like do a still life with one of those computers and an actual Apple. Would you be willing to lend it to me?
Wow.
Did that just go off twice? Well, thank you, Princess PJs. Thank you. Oh yeah, that was Blink Dog. That's right. That was Blink Dog. Your dad had one of those? Hi, PJs. So I kind of want to do one of those with a still life. Dia, no joke, you might be able to sell that for a lot of money. It was the blue one. I can't say for sure it's worth money, but I think there's some demand for them just collecting wise. Dark blue gray one. Yeah, the old CRT monitor, yeah. Well, they also had a laptop version of it too, Omizu. That's why I said borrow, Dia. I'd obviously send it back and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm the Oogie Boogie Man. Whoa. 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 Wow. I would be, you know, I would love if I could borrow both of them. Obviously, I know it's a pain in the ass and work for you. I'm gonna put too big of an ass on this thing. Well, thank you, Dia. I'm in a haunted forest right now. I'm in a haunted forest where 70 competitive eaters died during a competition. Oh, really? Interesting. Yeah, I could. I definitely could do that to you. That's part of the idea with it, right? We're starting to get to the good point, everybody, I promise, okay? I know all of you hate what I'm doing right now, but I promise we're almost at the good point. Okay, so we just... Okay, camera froze. I love doing that a lot. Let's see, I could probably mix all this shit. Ooh. That was pleasant sounding. So one thing is mixing my lead white like that makes it almost like unusable because of how weak it gets. But still throwing some in there has its own benefits. Oh, gotta sneeze. Excuse you. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Okay, so it froze again. Does that need to come up even higher? Take me higher and higher. What did I eat today? I got a burrito for lunch because I had a bunch of errands to run. I had to pay my HOA fees today. So, and that's a little bit of a drive for me, so I had to stop at the bank. And then I stopped at Goodwill. Then I went to the place to pay my HOA. And then I got a burrito. Yeah, it was a good burrito. It was a chili relleno burrito. There's a place by me that does chili relleno burritos, and they're really fucking good. If you've never had a chili relleno burrito, everybody, I strongly suggest it. Yeah, that's not bad. You could probably find one in the thrift shop, Sashi. You know, Dia, I'm not wearing pants right now, so, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? There's nothing wrong without not wearing pants. Oh, got you, Dia. I got you. Everything go well with your trip, Dia? It sounded like you had a good time. So those are called pantalones. I do want to do more plain. I've been enjoying the plein air stuff a lot recently, everybody. And try and do more next week as well. I do want to do some with watercolors, and I do want to do more with oil paints. It's just that doing it with pastels is just so much easier than both. Did very little, we mostly cooked and just baked them. That sounds so, like, such an awesome trip. You like fresh air yourself? Yeah, there's something nice about just being outside like that. In a way, a little bit careless, just kind of doing something you enjoy. That sounds like the best type of trip, though, Dia. Really does. Consider me jealous. I still gotta message you about those paints, by the way. Haven't forgotten about that. It would be cool. I'd say the thing you might struggle with is a visa, though. Welcome back, Sashi. Because if you're unaware, the UK has its own, like, anti-immigration party, Dia, that always seems to be ridiculously popular for some reason. Now, you're not the type of immigrant that they necessarily have a problem with, but it might just getting visas in general difficult. Immigration is the new racism. And old racism. I that's what you'd kind of have to do, Dia. I think, you know, on the basis of, I think you'd most likely run into trouble if you were going for citizenship. But who knows? Who knows? I want that. That's probably too purple still. I didn't mean for it to be that purple. And maybe got a little bit too dark on me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you. Like, I don't think you would necessarily have problems with immigration, but because of, like, you know, those countries going the way of just like trying to become ethno-states, essentially, you might just run into issues because the whole process became more muddled and difficult. Yeah. Because everybody, for some reason, has a problem with brown people moving to their country. Yeah, I played with the idea when I was still working as an engineer of at the beginning of COVID, trying to go to Portugal because they had a lot of nomad. They were handing out nomad visas like hotcakes, and I was tempted with the idea. If you're not working, weird. Yeah. Well, I also had some family. My sister's ex-husband now had a bunch of family in it's Lisbon, right? In Lisbon. So also had some type of, like, you know, familial connection there. So far, I am liking this blocking everybody, huh? Is just painting smaller a lot easier? Is that the trick to all of this, everybody? Is just painting smaller just a lot, lot easier? It might be. It might be, everybody. Who'd have thunk it? Yeah. Oh, you joker, Salt. You and your penis jokes. Whoa, that's way too... No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. That was a terrible brush mark. So yeah, okay. This needs to go down like right here. And this shit needs to come up. Yeah. It's your only talent. You like Howler Monkeys? I like it. Well, yeah, I am painting, like I said, from a haunted forest right now, okay? I have several Zodiac murderers after me. But how have you been, Ron? Nice to see you, bud. I got several Zodiacs on my tail. Pacemaker this week? Well, that doesn't sound fun. Did everything go well with it? Okay. Fucked up, huh? Let's just move this over preemptively. Oh, you will get a pacemaker. Okay. I thought you meant you got one this week. More so you just learned that you were. English is your third language. It's my seventh. But it's also the only language I can speak. Maybe that hand needs to come out a little bit more, huh? I'm doing well. Been doing some plein air pastel work. Which I've been enjoying. Finished a few large paintings. Well, I finished a large painting recently. And yeah. Not too bad. No, it's been like 50 degrees-ish. So I'm not going to say super cold, but it's definitely not warm. But it's been nice. It's my type of weather. My type of weather. Interesting. I bet. I mean, it's, you know, it's just, it's work, you know, it can be work. Well, it's effort, right? But I hope you do. I hope you do, Ron. So that camera then just froze again. That's nice. Yeah. Well, maybe you'll be back reinvigorated with ideas. Have you just been collecting a ton of props, creepy props, like me? Okay, so that was quick this time. Yeah. I've considered, it's something I should do more, and that's a good idea to even sketch them out versus just write them down. But something I should be better about too, for remembering my ideas. Granted, like a lot like this one I just came up with today. I'm like, okay, I needed something to, I wanted to do a simple still life. I had an idea to do it, you know, paint it thick, and just put together some stuff that I thought could work with that. I don't think they'd care right now because I think they like all this, you know, all the horse shit going on, Ron. You know. What can you tell a demon that they'd give a shit about? But we just gotta hope that people actually notice and that this could cause a bounce back of change that could really progress things forward. That's the hopeful outlook of this all, Ron. Painting is fun. And where are you seeing this beautiful painting? I'd like to know. Oh, okay, yeah, and you're like, okay, that makes sense. Okay, that makes complete sense to me. I was gonna have to report to your doctors if you said otherwise. Like your palette. They're frozen. Okay. That shit froze again, because that's just really cool. Okay. Well, I that's actually my hand that I made from a plaster cast. And I have plans to do more of them. I just need to find like the right containers because I want to do one of my left foot for all the feet people. And I want to do my hand in like different positions, like you know, like flicking people, like the middle finger, pointing a gun. The thing is, I don't have good containers to actually do that in, so I'm in process of figuring that out and keeping my eye open. Okay. Oh, what's that? You went there. That is true. I did. You wouldn't believe how many feet people watch this stream, Ron. Way too many. Okay. All right, we have a block in, everybody. We have a block in. The next thing we're doing is the thick boy stuff, as we call it in the biz. Hooray! Yeah, I didn't either, Ron. So let's clean up this because we need this. We can't use. We're not going to use paint with oil in it. It won't work for the thick boy stage, as we call it. And that's a boy with 3 eyes, everybody. And the thick with 3 C's. 3 C's and 3 eyes, everybody. You're missing an I, though, after the H. And you're missing a B-O. Thick boy. Not the C. Okay. Okay. So we're going to take a quick break, everybody. So we all can pee and poop. All right. Let me just get my gloves off. Getting my costume off. Here, we'll... Oh. Good timing on the freeze. There we go. All right, everybody. We're going to take a break. 5 minutes, going to run ads. And we'll see you when we get back. Oh my god, we're back. Oh my god. Jesus. Of course we froze. Not that. This. Welcome back, everybody. I know a lot of you were being very irrational and emotional before the break, but I think we can get off to a better start. It just refroze instantly. Holy free holies. All right, are we ready for the thick stuff, everybody? Why we're all here? So the goal of this, what I'm trying to do right now, everybody, is to paint thick brushstrokes, strong shapes, confident brushstrokes, and to leave it as it lies, generally. Okay? Not think about things too much, but just go for it. Are we on the same page? Okay, that's a resounding yes, okay, from everybody. So we're not even gonna, you know, we added medium and filler to all of our paints. But yeah, not trying to do like fine detail work. This is like the epitome of looseness, of what people consider to be loose. Me all right? Any questions? We're gonna bring out one small brush. What big brushes do I have access to? That's too big. That's probably the biggest we can go. So like, this is like the biggest one. This one is a, 24? But that's in Colibri. I would say for what people are accustomed to, this is probably like a 16 to 18. Then I probably got like 2 10s, or like a 10 and an 8. And like a 4. Yeah, and this is probably like a 14 or something. These will be good. Okay. Now, you generally, when you're doing this, everybody, you're probably going to need, well, you really have to do this with bristles. Okay? You don't do this with bristles. It's going to be hard to move paint around. Whoops. Okay. Are we good, everybody? So we're gonna start. You know, we gotta take more. You know, lots of paint when we do stuff with this. Good. Okay. All right. And so once again, it's just confident, thick brush strokes is the goal with this. Okay. We're not trying to like clean up lines, but we're just trying to really fucking go for it. Bravo. Well, thank you. There's one thing I dislike when I paint, and I know I'm getting too... I'm trying to be too tight with it, right? And what it generally means is like I'm not giving my viewer enough credit. Yeah, just I'm not giving like the viewer of what I painted enough credit. That makes sense to anybody. So this might go faster than you expect, everybody, but we'll see. Because I will paint over shit, don't get me wrong. Verbarto. Sorry about that. You are forgiven. Like, I won't hesitate to do that. But, like, I'm not going to be, like, blending. I'm not going to be doing shit like that. Always have a lot of paint on the brush. Vibrato. Is that a music term? Vibrato, vibrato. It's the rapid, yep. Slight variation in pitch, singing, playing, yep. No, I remember that term from singing. That's like the quick waves and singing. Yep. Big in opera. But you could also do that with instruments as well. Like, have you ever seen like a violinist like shake their hand on the hand that touches the strings? That's also vibrato. Oh, flourish? Like, you know, John Singer Sargent was famous for that. But I don't know if there's another term for it. But he was known for, like, painting with a flourish. Yeah, Sargent was, like, known for that. Like, painting with a lot of energy. Gotta love Sargent, huh? The bravura? Is that the term for it? Ron, somebody in my Twitch chat said bravura. Does that sound right to you? Welcome in, Jumer. To you, I'm into you. Fantastic work, Ron. Bravissimo. Multitasking. So if I don't have enough paint out here, I'll take some of my filler material and add it to give me more volume. But basically, instead of so a bad habit of mine is sometimes when I do a brush stroke, I don't have enough paint. I don't use enough paint on my brush, right? And then you just kind of use paint that's on there. And I do this too much by my own admission. That's why I talk about a not confident brushstroke, where, you know, you are just not confident in the color, so you just kind of work out the details on the canvas. And that's a habit I'm actively trying to break. I'm into you, I'm into you. So, like, it's like the opposite of blend, like, right, of the, like, blending, right? I don't care about having clean edges most of the time, right? Because that's not where I think I don't think a good painting needs clean edges. I don't think a good painting needs detail. I think a good painting conveys the most amount of information while using the fewest amount of brushstrokes. That's what I consider to be the most skillful exhibition of painting skill. And it's what I'm trying to work towards. I think I shouldn't have put that much red in there, huh? It's too much red. Still into... Uncle Bravura gives his work a sense of movement and life similar to the musician uses. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for teaching me that. I look at it as like painting with, well, obviously, I've used the term confidence, right? Painting with confidence. Painting with self-assuredness. Sargent's bold strokes were not spontaneous at all. They were rehearsed and often removed on... Yeah, oh yeah. So, the thing about Sargent is he was known to play... he was known to play around on his palette a lot to get the exact color that he wanted, right? So he would, like, mix colors... and then, like, go to his, like, what he was painting and, like, check the color against it sometimes. And then he'd, like, put it on there. And then he might redo that, like, 6 or 7 times. That was more, though, relative to his time when he was painting, portraits, that he was more like that. But yeah, he was known for being actually somewhat deliberate with his choices. However, I think it was on his underpaintings, Dreamer, that he got more of the reputation for the flourishes, because people would probably watch him in the beginning, and then they get tired, right? And then he'd probably get onto like the meat and potatoes of painting. That's probably what was happening. So people perceived him to be this like live wire, when in reality he was just kind of starting off fast and getting brush strokes down and paint down. But boy, do I love Sargent. Sargent, he's the best. He's one of the best. He's not, like... I think he was the best example of high realism in an impressionistic philosophy. I also think he chose the best painting shapes in the biz. I'm so into you, I'm into you. is not dark enough, apparently. Yeah, Zorn. I'm not familiar with Duvenek or Sorolla. Love Zorn though. I wish Zorn was a bit more well known in the United States than he is, at least with the general folk. I dislike that he's most known for his palette that he didn't even use that much. Oh my god! Marshall Fartist. Hello, how are you? Yeah, I'll try and remember to check them out. This time, I'm still into you. I'm into you. Well, I'm in the forest, right? I'm painting in the forest right now, martial artist. Bedtime. Thank you, Snark. This will be up in the Discord because I will be finishing this today. We're reverting back to some of how I used to paint, where I'd finish what I started. But that's because, you know, this one is going to be a lot easier. Probably have to put out more yellow. Well, thank you very much for hanging out, and we'll see you soon. I'm not going to paint tomorrow or Sunday, but maybe something, maybe a plein air pastel on Monday, if the weather is cooperative. Time to be a little aggressive here. Fantastic. Thank you, Snart. I knew you could do that for me. It's a little bit too red. Didn't like how that turned out. The aggression bit me in the ass, guys. Too much aggression. Too much aggression. B. Aggressive. B-E. Aggressive. You know I can't resist a be aggressive chant. Come into you. Might have been better to go slightly greenish. With some of these off tones on the side instead of going warm. That's gonna seem really dark. Okay. Good. Camera crashed. Okay. Clean up that. Maybe a little bit of this. Okay. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. How are we liking this glass, everybody? I'll tell you what, though, up close it looks like shit. I'm into you. I'm into you. Have a good one, Ron. Thanks for hanging out. Nice seeing you again. I hope everything goes well. Looks accurate. But is that good? Gotcha. There is a reference in the Midnight Society too, Pickles. Have a good night. Well, if I know the Grim Reaper, Pickles, Grim Reaper's always lying in wait. He's standing right behind me. That is probably too dark. Maybe we add a touch of white to this. But for this shadow, I mean, like, I'm already in the shadow color, aren't I? You'd offer to help him? Okay. Well, I'll try and get his number for you, Pickles. I'm into you, I'm into you. I want to get this table done first. Confident brushstrokes. Yes, please. maybe that needs a little bit of blue. Readjusting. Maybe not. I'm like using no magenta in this. Not a lot of red. Who needs a number? Just oh, bitch, come get yourself. That's true. Always down to business with you, Pickles. To defeat the Hun, did they give me daughters? Then I asked for sons. You're the saddest bunch I've ever met, but you can bet before we're through, somehow I'll make a man out of you. Let's go back to the table. be too dark. Let's go back. Again. Went a little bit too high. Getting a little bit tight with it, everybody. Maybe a little bit too wide. Might need to be a little bit brighter than that. Don't think the color is off though. I gotta make sure there's enough yellow. I kind of wish I didn't do that. Didn't just wuss out. So that's a big discrepancy. Ah, beans. Do I leave it where it's at? We could try. No, I'm painting from a dark and haunted forest, Pickles. That color seems neutral as all hell. Actually looks pretty close to this. Probably slightly. Or be aggressive, everybody. Why'd I flourish? Yeah, no, I think they are Pickles. You know, I'm in it's a forest in Appalachia. It's just practically a different universe. Hamster of the Apocalypse, welcome in. Get to work. We need you more than ever. Yeah, I don't know about that, Pickles. I haven't heard anything that supports that. Appalachia, though, has like a ton of cryptid stuff. They love their cryptids there. don't want to drag the black in there. Make that a little bit brighter. After all this time. Oh, gotcha. Hey, maybe. That's the thing that I'm skeptical on, Pickles, is I am very up to date on my paranormal stuff. And I've watched some shows that have dealt with Appalachia quite a bit. And I've never heard that theory pressed, but sorry, theory posed. I am that's true. I am a professional. I just always love supernatural stuff, though. It's so fun. Even though I don't believe in it, Pickles. Hi, Nordic. Yeah. If you hear, yeah. Well, what they do is they combine modern cryptid history with like Aboriginal cryptid history. Because there was like a lot of like Bigfoot stories and stuff like that that came from the Native Americans. So they'll conflate that with like into modernity again. Saying that again today. How are you today, Nordic? I need to get back to just painting thick. Well, that is actually a problem in the United States, and a lot of these low population density, specifically Appalachians, where it's like people will do illegal shit and they don't really have any repercussions, you know, for being violent or, you know, doing shit like that. Yeah, right? This is America. We don't help people. We let them starve. You know. Well, 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 Richards. How you doing, bud? Fancy seeing you here. Ooh, that sounds good. I haven't had good Indian food in a while. I am jealous, Richards. You like this one? Yeah, I came up with this last second, but we're doing some, we're painting thick today. Thick and confident. And so, this is what I chose, stuff that gave me the opportunity to do so. Oh yes, no, that is. That's fuck. Definitely. Yeah. That's what I was referencing, Nordic. It's just a cigarette. You know I don't mess around with the devil's lettuce. You know. You know I don't mess around with those dastardly doobies. Yeah, Nordic, it's a terrible thing that they're using it for political pressure. And then trying to blame the group that wants to keep it. They say if you don't give us what we want, we're going to let people starve. So Nordic, how have you been? What were you for Halloween? You were the worker, okay. All right. So what did you do differently? Ooh, that was a lot of blue. I really don't want to get more yellow out, but I might have to. Oh my god, how could you? I always go into greens, huh? Nope. Not enough juice on that. Yeah, you're not seeing my camera right now. I haven't updated my camera in a long time. Having camera issues, everybody. Thankfully, it's just the palette cam, though. Okay, let's bring this to neutral. Let's bring this pile to a good neutral. Let's get this. Darker. I think that people care what people get for something, but honestly, sure. Well, you're touching on another issue here. Nordic, is that a lot of places of high poverty in the United States don't have good access to food from grocery stores. So really, they have to get their food from like convenience stores and things along that lines. They call those food deserts. So they don't really have other options. But once again, it's like the people who don't want it use it as an excuse to try and take it away. It's not. It's not. It's not. I'm into some white. All right, hopefully I can get this effect good. Jedi Iwakura. Oh, we can't buy. Oh, damn. Well, what am I going to eat for dinner, Jedi? Damn it. Well, that just ruined my night. How you doing, Jedi? Thank you. Yeah, I am doing well. Overall, I'm doing well. You know, very ready for Christmas, right? It's right around the corner, right? We have nothing else to focus on right now, obviously. Yeah, why do I always go to the blue for this? Pissing me off. Pissing myself off. We go into like a warmer color. Antifreeze is dangerous. If you have pets, be careful with antifreeze, everybody. Antifreeze does have a sweet taste, so animals are attracted to it. And it doesn't take a lot to kill you. Now, bleach, on the other hand, bleach smells good, tastes good. You know. Right, Nordic can back that up for me, right? Right, Nordic, you're pro bleach. It also cures COVID, obviously. For sure. Good, okay. Cures COVID. Yeah. Unironically, you are correct. But bleach is probably more painful. Do any of you watch Forensic Files? Oh, we'll put... Yeah, well, that was on Forensic Files. I saw several episodes where people would try and kill up their significant others with bleach. Well, God, if you get into those later seasons, Jedi, bleach, the regular bleach may be preferable. Yeah, you could survive from... If bleach is watered down... I mean, bleach is in, like, our drinking water and stuff. There's actually, like... There is a somewhat safe limit to it. Obviously, if you drink concentrated of it, it gets worse. That is super dangerous. Woo! I have not heard of that, Richards. Do any of you know that, like, the Queen Mary, that ghost ship? The ghost ship, the Queen Mary? They have a story where the captain offered like a subordinate a drink, and but he told the guy to go pour it himself or something like that. That's the story that they use. And he had a clear bottle with laundry detergent or detergent soap in there, and it was a clear liquid apparently next to his alcohol. And so the first mate drank detergent and he died from that. And that would have to be super fucking painful. Now I doubt their story, but that's a story that they say on their tour. I'm surprised glass would take that long, Richards, because that shit will tear up your insides. Because apparently I heard diamonds, if you, like, swallow a diamond, that shit will usually kill you because it, like, creates a lot of cuts in your intestines. But I guess eating sand... wouldn't kill you. Or swallowing sand. So I guess it just goes down to particle size. Yeah, so it's just silica powder. Like what I use in my impasto medium is finely ground glass. All this. God, how does it look that blue on camera? In person, it doesn't look that blue. Okay, I'll change it. It's how I got this. My stuff is, my current painting is very sensitive to blue tones, apparently. Yep, it is, Dia. God bless America. Thank you, Dia. Much appreciated. How's the bottle looking, everybody? Perfect. That's what I was going for, Dia. That's good. Clean this up a bit. Make sure this butt plug has the right probably go a little thicker with it. Ahem. See, that's not paint. What I'm doing right now is not painting confident. Don't like that. Don't like that. Paint confident, you a-hole. You dingus. Strangers in the night, exchanging glances. You know what? I can do more with that. The inside of that needs to be darker. Brush stroke in there. Then we just gotta go with that, like a hard dark black to really sell this. It is nice to be able to do a painting in one day again. I haven't done that in a bit. With oils, that is. I mean, this painting is just so much smaller than what I've been doing. Use the cigarette a little bit more detail. Okay, let's get these bright spots in. Reevaluate. And see if there's anything else that we're missing. A little bit off. Strangers in the night, exchanging glances. Maybe we'll redo these. Didn't like that. Let's do this. Son of a bitch. Okay. Oh. Thanks, Maddie. You got one more brush stroke. Then you'll never see this painting again. Oh, is that where everybody is? In the ravine? Wow, this only took me 3.5 hours? Holy shit, am I getting fast. I thought this was going to be like a 5-hour stream, everybody. I'm basically done. I have very little left. There's some things I'm picking up on now that I am fixing. Strangers in the night. That might have been a little bit too much. Let's bring that back, I guess. Just made that go huge. Okay. Am I missing anything else? I wonder if this will have enough juice on it. Have enough juice. All right, let's clean up. Wait. Check that. Maybe a little bit more. All right, that's all right. All right, that's pretty good. Not bad, Yambari. Not bad. Okay, that's it. We're done. All right, wait, double checking. One more thing. One last thing that I just caught my eye at the end here. Now we're done. 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 All right. All right. No, now everybody don't say agree to this too quickly, all right? But this is for sale, okay? At a super cheap price of only $900,000. Dollar brushes are down. They're in the, for only $900,000, I can hand deliver this painting to you once it's dry. And I can come back to varnish it. Okay, this is a one-time price, though, everybody. This is a one-time price. One-time price. You may never see this price again. I'll take it. I'll take 900,000 in pennies. Yeah, I'm happy with this how this turned out. I'm surprised how quickly I did this. Ooh, that's a lot of paint. Thank you, Pickles. I was really expecting this to be like 5 hours. Because I didn't even put... it took me till like 45 minutes, 40 minutes to really get the paint down. It looks like a doobie. No, that's fine. Are you telling me you're a marijuana head, Richards? Because I don't know what doobies look like. JAQ. I haven't reposted yet. I'll do that tonight, though. I gotta post my last one in there. You used to be, though? Okay. I have never done the marijuanas. Never have. Well, that's why I smoke cigarettes, Richards. Actually, I've never smoked a cigarette either. I only do things to look cool. What does that translate to? Indonesian rupiahs? Rupiahs? What's the conversion rate on that, Richards? Is it like 100,000 to $1 or something? Flared jeans. Yeah. It'd be like $50. All right, so if that's the all right, so add 3 zeros to that. So 900 million. 900 million rupees sold to Richards. That's a discount. Why did my elbow hurt there? It's already been taken out of your bank account, Richards. Congratulations. Congratulations, Richards. That was the best choice I ever did, to have you all, to have Twitch connect to your bank accounts automatically and I could take money out as needed. Best decision I've made on Twitch. 62 cents? Not anymore, you don't. I already have it, Richards. No, I don't even know what that is. Ethereum? Okay. Can you see it? All right. Time. Oh, you mean Ethereum. Ethereum. Yeah, I know it. It's without the U. And it's like ether with a U. Time to wipe that D, live and uncensored, everybody. It's also so nice painting without glare. Oh. So nice painting without glare. Oh. You're a crypto bro? Oh my god. All right, posting the photo to Discord right now. Okay, let's wipe the D. You like your silver and gold type? When I dabbled, I just bought stocks. Alright. Oh god, it's so cold. Oh my god. Oh, it's so cold and the D is so warm. Oh my god, the contrast. Oh my god. Oh, you're all sick. Disgusting that you would sit here and watch this. Oh, God. It never gets less shameful. Okay. All right. Let's find somebody to raid. All right, so keep an eye out. Join the Discord. I think our next stream will be a plein air again on Monday. On Monday, everybody. If you can't make it live, the VODs are on the YouTube. Check out those links or else. And yeah. Let's find somebody. After all this time, I'm still in time. Lady A's on. We got to raid her for a while. Poison Jackal's on. Andrea's on. Hi, Drez. We can go to Andrea again. I haven't raided Lady A, though, in a long time. Yeah, let's just raid Andrea. Alright, everybody. Thank you for joining me tonight. Monday, once again, plein air stream. Most likely. If what... That's on the account if weather works out. Have a good night, Drez. If the weather works out, we do plein air. Neat idea. You know my cousins all called me Nikki? Ta! See you later, Richards. Yambari, Maddie, Pickles, Mud, Salt, Shasta, Dia, thank you. Yeah, that's about it. So till next time, I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. If anything, I did fuck up some dimensions, but it's not noticeable in my opinion. I didn't fix them. But if anything, I'd say the composition is a little weak as far as the color range and so forth, but that's all part of this, everybody. Okay?